up to recent times, Cadillac has stayed true to its roots. They're still making the big, brash American luxury car that made them famous, and this 1990 Cadillac Brougham is certainly no exception.
It's a 1990, and it's a Brougham d'Elegance. That's their top end of the Brougham. It's got full leather seating, which makes the seats that much thicker. They're much more padded. You seem to sit a little more comfortable in it. Air ride suspension, alarm system, a 350 engine with a single throttle body unit, just like the newer cars have the throttle system. It's not a new North Star engine like they've come out recently. I picked that up a couple years ago. It was in an estate sale. Through my years growing up, and I've always kept an eye going to the dealerships when the new Cadillacs came out, and when the 90 Brougham came out, the body style stayed the same through the late 80s, and it was a big boxy type car, but still had that Cadillac styling with the big bumpers and grille. But the big rectangular headlights on the 90, that was the first year for them. I was quite impressed with it. I thought, geez, that's really something. Someday I'd like to have one. Well, the price at the time was $46,000. And I thought, no, this is, it'd be nice to have, but not practical. When we came across this one, I found out, the more history again. A fellow at work said there's a estate sale coming up, and the fellow's got a Cadillac that's going up for the estate sale. I got a real good deal, and now I'm thinking, geez, now what'll I do? I have to tell my wife, yes, I've just closed the deal on the car. We've got to come up with a little bit of money, and she was a little hesitant at first, but she really liked the car. When we did drive it, we saw it had an exhaust leak, and it needed some brake work, but we knew a lot of potential. With all the appointments that Cadillac has, we knew we wanted it. So I brought the car home, did some mechanical work to get it certified, and spent 5 days in the garage cleaning and detailing. I was fortunate enough that the paint, it was the last year they had lacquer paint, and the paint being dull, I thought I would have to repaint the car. But I compounded, polished, and the luster came right back. And the car looks really nice. We've been on tour with this one when my 58 was down, and people looked at that car as much as looking at the older cars on tour. So it was kind of a nice feeling. In the 1990 Cadillac, the dash is very elegant looking. It's all wood grain with the black accents and the radio, the air conditioning system. It's a digital dash, only lights up when the ignition's on. All full light sentinels, wiper system, basically all the new toys of all the cars now, but it just seems the car is in such a great shape. It only has 64,000 kilometers on it. When I purchased this car, it had cobwebs in the back seat from never being used. The gentleman used the front seat, and then when his wife passed away, he'd only dust off the front seat where he sat, and that was it. So the car needed a real good cleaning. I spent 5 days cleaning, detailing inside and out, making the car just the way I wanted it. But the car's a real joy to drive. My wife takes this car every day to work, and it's kept clean all the time. When I first look at the car, I walk up to it and I'll kind of walk around. It takes me some time to kind of get into a mood, I guess, but I get it feels like quite a challenge. I'm like, I could do this, yeah, I could do that, and even though I say I'm supposed to be going in for supper, well, I'll get the polish and just see what it's going to look like if I do this whole section. And next thing I know, I've done the fender, and I've worked away at it, and Anne's calling me for dinner, and I'm still tinkering away. But it's quite a good feeling to know that I can make something look nice and bring back the appeal that it should have. Okay, it's a good-looking car. It should be well maintained, which I like. I like all my cars looking nice. I never started to have a bunch of Cadillacs. It just seemed to happen this way. But I really feel good about myself. I've always wanted to have something, a hobby to play with. I've always looked at my cars. I have other hobbies I get into, but the cars make me feel good when I can go out and say, I've done that. I've cleaned that car. I've made it look as nice as it is, and people have come around like yourself and said, gee, it's a good-looking car. And I made it look that good. Well, I feel good about it. And my wife helps me, and my family helps me when we're out. We go to shows. My wife will get out, and we kind of preen the car when we get to a show. So if people have come to a show to see your car, you should give them the best you can offer. You make sure that the nap of the material is nice, the tires are cleaned, medallions look right. Everything is just so on a car. And we feel good about it because we're making other people feel good look at it. And it's a mutual feeling, maybe.